Welcome back, Tone Freaks, to the Church of the Tone Priest. Very warm welcome to my 2 subscribers. Look what the Tone Priest just bought. So excited. Hopefully the UPS guy doesn't destroy it, because it looks like it's in pretty good condition. I'm trying to go around it like this is fucking in 3 dimensions. Anyway, yeah, UPS guy, be careful with this shit, huh? There is literally one video on the entire internet about this thing, and it's only about the combo version. It's the same thing, but fortunately the Tone Priest knows how to read a schematic, and I can tell you right now, this suck is gonna be awesome. Yeah, check this out. Same thing. Ready? Screwed up the audio, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. God, I wish I didn't suck at guitar so bad so I could do proper demos about these things instead of making cringy ass. Anyway, that's not why we're here today. This is why we're here today. But Tone Priest, he didn't finish up the Gibson or the other Gibson or the Ampeg. Well, I'm not really an amp tech. I'm definitely not an amp tech. I don't know enough to even be considered in that same group of people. I'm more of a hobbyist, and I buy this stuff and hopefully fix it. And I'm at the point in my life where I just do what I feel like doing. So all the other stuff we'll get to eventually. But we got this Gemini I by George C. Ampeg.
You seated? I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
There's no Ampeg logo on the front of this thing? Anyway, it's an Ampeg, trust me. Pulled this sucker out of the pile. Ugh, look at this disgrace. All the friggin' original knobs are gone. Probably cost me what I paid for this amp to replace the knobs, but anyway. Seems to be in all unmolested condition, which we like.
You ever seen a nard explode? A what? Is that something on the internet? Because damn it!
We like to screw them up ourselves here. We're going to try something different today. Instead of just, before we even fire it up, rip out the filter caps and replace those. We're just going to see where she is. But before we can do that, we got to, the $71.99 tubes are exorbitantly expensive, so we're going to substitute a 6G H8A tube, and there is a fair amount of discussion about doing that to these old Ampegs on the internet. So if you need to know how to do this, the Tone Priest has done the math, but don't hold me to it because I'm a bit of an idiot. So if you blow up your amp, it ain't my fault. But it looks like we're just going to swap 3 wires around. Take the one that's going to pin 2, stick it to pin 6. Take the one that's going to pin 6, stick it to pin 7. And take the one from pin 7, stick it to pin 2. And then if you're nice, you'll, semi-permanently make a note of the fact that, don't stick a $71.99 in there like the schematic tells you to. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to... I already tested, the filter caps on the on this thing with the old multimeter, and they were extremely sketchy. But maybe they just need to be formed up. We'll go real slow on the old Variac, Bradley style, and see where she is and what she's going to need. Need to dig out a bunch of 12AX7s. Yeah, send lawyers guns and 12AX7s.
The shit has hit the fan. Hey!
But, alright, so let me switch these wires around. We'll tube her up. Fire her up. And then, yeah, hopefully we don't blow the house up. So, stay tuned. I'll be right back after these messages.
Just in time for the holidays, it's Stop Touching Me Elmo.
Here we are. We've got, what is this, V3? V3, 7199. See, there's 1 and 2. There's your power tubes. This will be your phase inverter, I believe. Hopefully this is right. We're going to find out in about, well, the next clip. So it'll be real quick for you. Anyway, this is how it should look. So the, let me get Mr. Pointer. Let me flip you over. Get Mr. Pointer. All right, where are we at here? So the shielded wire should be on pin 2, we believe. And then 987 is the yellow wire, and 6 is this red wire. So just do the old swapperoo, and then you can use cost-effective 6GH8As, or so the theory goes. But again, we're going to put that theory to the test. Here we go. Check it out. I got some vintage Ampeg masking tape.
Cha-ching!
I'll be putting this up on Reverb shortly. $100. Does that sound about right? Maybe $1.50. We'll negotiate it down. So there you go. Vintage Ampeg masking tape. Okay, here is our vacuum tube selection for the day.
This doesn't have to be unpleasant.
Homer, with all due respect, what the fuck is this?
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Tonepriest, how could you? Real easy. Look at the prices of the good stuff. But, there's nothing wrong with JJs. We like JJs. If you gotta go new, money's an object. Why not? But anyway, pardon me. We got a Sovtech 12AX7WA. Nothing wrong with that. It's a new one. Got a couple of Browning 12AX7s. These are both made in Japan. Anytime you see the name Browning, that's the sign of quality stuff. We got John Browning, famous inventor of the 30 and 50 caliber machine guns. You know, a couple 100,000 dead soldiers, can't be wrong. Enemies of the state, they had to go. Anyway, that's a joke. What do we got here? We got a nice RCA. It balances out the JJ right there. 6GH8A, which is going to be our 7199 alternate. If you skipped ahead, don't, because it's going to be problematic if you stick this into your Gemini I without following the instructions. And finally, what is this sucker? It's going to be the other one. 6CG7. 6CG7. Can we read that? I'm doing this through a viewfinder. 6CG7. Made in USA. Who made this sucker? We don't know. So we're just going to say it's RCA. Oh, it is, isn't it? Is that what that says? Hold on. I can't read that. Who cares? Never let the facts get in the way of a good story. So it's an RCA. Let me pop these suckers in, and let's hope for the best. Oh yeah, a couple more little things. A couple days ago, I already whacked all the pots with some of this crap here. And then as we're sticking the tubes in, we're going to hit the sockets with this crap here. Give it a little squirt of spunk, and then stick the tube in 3-4 times. Make sure everything's nice and snug, and hopefully clean up all the, you know, ooh, finger in the boom, finger in the frame. Clean up all the, you know, 60, 50, 40, whatever years worth of spunk that may have built up in the sockets. Uh-oh, got a reflection in the chrome. Who is he?
Bruce Wayne speaking.
He's been found out. Blah, blah, blah. You know what we're doing. Hang tight. Oh yeah, and one other thing. I already checked continuity on both primary and secondary of all the transformers here. So she looks good. The only question is whether, you know, the caps are going to be any good, and, you know, plate resistors, plate resistors and all that shit. But I have faith. That's what we use around here in the Church of the Tonepriest, is faith. We don't use science. And a little bit of background on these Browning tubes. Forget the guy's name. We'll call him Joe. Joe Browning was a radio manufacturer, and they were the second oldest radio manufacturer in the United States by only like a couple of months. So, you know, nice long heritage of very cool Brownings in the United States. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're dialing her up for the first time. Let's see what we got here. Got her, aw, yeah. Looking good. Looking real good. Oop. I can see a little, aw, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hang tight. All right, I shut her down.
Did he? Did he? Oh, can't stop there.
I was dialing it up. I got it to like 55, and I was hearing some weird popping. I don't know, some weird, strange sounds from over in this area. That's where the filter caps are, and then I started to smell something funky. So there you go. That's how she sounds in her all original condition. So I think we're gonna have to back up a little bit, and we'll swap out the electrolytics, filter, res caps, and we'll try it again. Just trying to see if we got any heat on the filaments, because I didn't see them lighting up. This guy seems warm. Yeah, it's 12AX7, so yeah, that isn't the one I rewired. So yeah, nothing to get worried about just yet. But a little more work before we can get the old Gemini Sagittariusing again. So see you in a little bit. I just put the this cap here, and then the can cap on the old meter, and surprisingly the can cap has drifted a lot. It's supposed to be 3 sections. Come on, focus. 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 Hold on. There we go. It's supposed to have a 70 and 240s in there, and they're both like 150 plus. Both, all three are 150 plus. Surprisingly, this guy hasn't drifted too a lot. I think one side was like 27 and the other side was like 37, something like that. But yeah, we're just gonna replace them all. Might have a can cap. Unfortunately, this is the kind that isn't like soldered on, so that should be an easy removal if I have that. But if not, there's plenty of empty spots, or there's a few empty spots on the circuit board. One way or another, we'll figure it out. But yeah, definitely getting that distinct smell of my capacitor is no good anymore. So let's start there. Okie doke, so here's what we're going to call Plan A. So we need a, to replace the can cap, the original can cap, we're going to need a 70 and 240s. So I have this 80 at 450. And I got this guy here, which is 250s. So, and I got this little bracket here. I'll squeeze onto him, and hopefully that'll stick that guy right there. That'll be our 240s, will now be 250s. This 80, I think I'll stick right there. That'll do nicely. And then the final two, to replace this guy here, we need 220s at 450, and I just so happens I've got a couple of nice F&Ts right here. 22 at 500. So there we go, Plan A. Let's do it. What the hell is this, Ampeg? What are you thinking? For the love of God, who's got one of those? Klein Tools 10-in-1. Guess everyone needs one of these to work on an Ampeg, but yeah, that'll fit in that screw. It's working. Applying tools to the rescue. Can you read that? Oh, God, we screwed it up. Look at that. That's legit right there. I even used the wonky-ass screw. God forbid I start to get good at this crap. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright, moving on. Alright, so the original CAN capacitor was self-grounding, so this one is not. It has a ground terminal. Can't really see that, but trust me, it does. So we're going to need some places to ground this capacitor and this big guy we got here. So I figured, hey, why not? Why don't we use these little tabs here? There's probably some flaw in my logic, but that's the route we're going with. Okay, here we are. I got the new caps installed. It all went pretty good, except, I don't know, not too happy about where those are and how they're situated and how I'm going to clamp them down when this is all said and done. But anyway, I was dialing it up again. Everything looked good, but then they started hearing those little noises again, and I saw a little bit of smoke near the power transformer. After I had a heart attack.
I've never had pains like this before.
Actually, the variac, all the readings on the variac look good. You know, I only got it up to like 55 volts, but I heard the little snap, crackle, pop a little bit. Saw a little bit of smoke, so I immediately shut it down. But I think the problem is this guy here, and yeah, it definitely has that smell. That's the freaking death capacitor. I should have taken that out. But fortunately, the tonepriest didn't die, and we're going to address this. Somebody added a 3 conductor power cord. We're going to I should have done that straight from the start. So, you know, lesson learned. And we'll get rid of that death capacitor, and we'll take it from there. Okie doke, here we are. I think commandment number 1 for working on amplifiers, as Uncle Doug has all taught us.
Greetings out there in YouTube land.
Is never trust another tech's work. And I feel like such a dunce for, you know, not obeying that commandment.
I will follow this procedure every single time that I plug the amp in and turn it on.
I think the one thing that's been changed in here is the wiring of the 3 conductor cord, and it was butchered. Absolutely butchered. So here we are, doing it right. Here's my patented little cable not going to go anywhere system. We got rid of the death cap, so we're going to wire this all up right. And I don't know what they were thinking. They had some other ground wires going over to the switch. I mean, this would have been a ground loop nightmare. But yeah, we'll get it there. Moving on. If you got one of these, here's a little thing to look out for. The switch, it's a single throw double pole. Normally, let me get Mr. Pointer out here. Normally, you got one pole being the left side, one pole being the right side, and usually when you flip the switch, it closes the connection between the top and the bottom. But on this switch, that is not the case. When you turn the switch on, it closes the top 2 connectors and or the bottom 2 connectors. So break out the multimeter and check your switches. I'm glad I did.
3 weeks later.
And we're back. Good morning, everyone. It's been a couple of weeks since the last clip of this amplifier repair. I believe where we left off is we were dialing it up, and it was smoking. So I put this sucker on the back burner, no pun intended, for a little while. But we're back at it, and after a little bit of investigation, it looks like someone else had their grubby hands inside this chassis, and they screwed this power supply and the wiring of the power tube 6 ways to Sunday. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. This it was a complete living abortion. So, long story short, I basically had to rewire the entire power supply. I'm gonna flip you. I don't know why I don't just start it in the left hand. Anyway, So basically everything from the rectifier.
Ding dong! Who's that at the door?
Sorry about that. Little interruption there. The letter carrier just dropped something off. Let's see what we got. Oh, damn. Somebody's supplementing. Yeah, no longer available at Amazon, thanks to your friendly neighborhood pharmaceutical company.
CNN Tonight, brought to you by Pfizer.
These are good for something. I'm not sure what, though. Anywho. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. The tonepriest rebuilt the power supply from scratch from the output of the rectifier here all the way to H. And this is what we're left with. It doesn't look too bad. And then, again, like I said, the power tubes were completely miswired. I don't know what the hell was going on there. I think maybe either they had no idea what they were doing or they were not paying attention to details. And as we all know, details matter. Or they were trying to wire it for like 6L6s or 6V6s or something. But we don't want that. We want the original formula. We want these nice juicy 7591s, which is what we have installed down here. Oh God. What did the tonepriest do? The tonepriest is trying to save money. Anyway, so here we are. It's all wired up, I think. Hopefully I did everything right. But we're soon to find out, because I'm going to plug this sucker in to the current limiter, which is plugged into the variac. And we're going to dial it up. And hopefully we don't see any smoke coming from over here. Wish me luck. Well, here we are. We're at 79 volts coming from the wall. Got a bunch of noise coming out of the speaker. There seems to be some DC on the heater lines. I don't think that's normal. I don't know that for a fact, but not a ton, but there's a little bit. So we'll look into that. I figured, oh, look at that cool shirt and the chrome. You see that? Yeah, get yours.
LTTstore.com.
But let's plug in a guitar and see what happens. Pick. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled Telecasters. Oh, didn't like that. That knob's a mess. Very low output, but again, we're only at 80 volts, but perfectly in tune. Let's try the accordion input, see what happens. Yeah, that's at the volume at 10, so yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, accordion. Let's see how our accordion sounds. I don't think the problem's with the accordion. I think it's with the person holding it. But all right, let's try channel 2. Channel 1 has the tremolo. Channel 2 just has the reverb. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. I'm sure it made sense back in the day to Ampeg. Ooh. Yeah, dummy.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, guys. Well, got a bunch of that noise. These things are kind of known for being noisy. I think the way I grounded the power supply should have actually improved the noise situation. The heaters have a center tap. So we'll have to track down that noise situation. But I don't know, guys. What do you think? Dial it up a little more, see what happens? What's the worst that can happen? Oh yeah, the noise is getting really... I think there's DC on the heater line. Well, alright, so we definitely got some more work to do. So there's nothing to it but to do it. Hang tight.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.